the song Fateful Missed Connection by Pink Floyd. Even while you may be envious of the rock star lifestyle, don't assume that people who are truly leading it are exempt from the issues that affect everyone else. In actuality, the isolation that breeds can exacerbate those issues. Nobody Home, a melancholy ballad from Pink Floyd's epic double album The Wall, released in 1979, is one of the few tracks that best illuminates this dilemma. In the song, a man enumerates all of his possessions, but he just can't stand to think about what he's lost. Turbulent waters. Roger Waters, the bassist, lyricist, and creator of the ideas behind Pink Floyd's albums, became increasingly disillusioned as the band's popularity skyrocketed. He pictured what it would be like to perform for an audience while positioned behind a wall because he was so frustrated by the lack of connection between himself and his audience. Building on that notion, Waters started considering all the social elements, the so-called bricks in the wall, that lead us to distance ourselves from other people. One of concerns was the difficulty of keeping up a romantic, loving relationship, particularly when one partner's priorities are thrown off balance by the pursuit of musical achievement. The protagonist of The Wall, Pink, has achieved fame and fortune beyond his wildest expectations. Pink describes a long list of material objects in the song, which Waters drew on things he or other rock stars, some from his own band, had accumulated. Waters had experienced marital discord, divorcing his first wife in 1975, just like the man in the song. In fact, a lot of the Pink character's traits were taken from Waters' own life story. Nobody Home, which has a piano and strings arrangement that vaguely resembles balladry by Randy Newman, feels like a very intimate morning, a deep dive into the lyrics of Nobody Home. In interviews, Waters has acknowledged that the inevitable pinhole burns that ran down the front of my favorite satin blouse were actually his. The statement, "I have a grand piano to support my mortal remains," was probably a jab at Rick Wright as well. The keyboardist for Pink Floyd had lost the group's favor, particularly with Waters, who thought Wright wasn't adding anything to the show. Bob Ezrin, the producer of Nobody Home, plays the piano part. Wright was fired from the band during the Wall recordings. Waters also utilized Syd Barrett, Pink Floyd's original lead singer and lead guitarist, until his expulsion from the band owing to his unpredictable behavior, as a model for some of the traits Pink exhibits in Nobody Home. As was the case with much of The Wall, Barrett was the one who frequently had elastic bands holding my shoes on during his drug-filled tumult. Barrett also showed the song's reference to wild, glaring eyes. Then, Nobody Home moves past these details to discuss the character's emotional harm. Hangers-on regard him like a glorified house pet because he writes poetry. They occasionally toss me a bone when I behave well. He feels imprisoned despite traveling and experiencing the world. And I've got a tremendous yearning to fly slash, but I've got nowhere to go to. However, he has no shoulder to lean on. Oh, sweetie, there won't be anyone home when I pick up the phone. There are many grandiose and bombastic ideas on The Wall. Nobody Home, which reduces everything to a single person's depressing situation, is among the most poignant songs in Pink Floyd's amazing discography, as well as on the album.